like Ventura TV Appliance on Facebook, it's nice. But when you love the Samsung big screen we deliver, it's even better. Our website is cool, and it's a good place to start. But you really should touch the merchandise before you buy. Time for that upgrade to an HD 3D web-enabled Samsung TV. Get the best selection, price, and service in town without waiting. Come in to Ventura TV Appliance and touch the merchandise today.
Hi, I'm John Mallos. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this day. The focus today is on business, a 501c3, an organization that rescues stray dogs. 436-MeTV option 11. Do call in. It's an animal show today, my friends. Back in a moment. Back here on the program on Connect with Me on MeTV Fresno on Comcast Channel 187 and 43.6, talking about animals today, stray dogs. You know, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of stray dogs in Fresno County and beyond the outlining areas. Of course, it's almost like a growing epidemic here in the Central Valley and around the state of California, in fact, all over the country. Despite the fact that there are 3 shelters right here in the Central Valley, does not take care of the problem. There are strays all over the place. Let's go to the videotape. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. There is hope for some animals, however, who are brought in to PetSmart every weekend on West Shaw in the city of Fresno. This was the scene last Sunday at about a dozen dogs looking for a new forever home, hoping to be adopted by a loving family. Sandy Polly is the president and the founder of Bandits Buddies Rescue. It's her passion, it's her life, to help save these animals from being put down. In fact, she keeps roughly 80 or so dogs at her own home before she brings them in. Every Sunday, she loads up the car with countless stray dogs like these ones here and brings them here to put them on display for all to see. She started this rescue organization back in 2009. It is now a 501c3. She has no employees. They are all volunteers. Live in our studio now is Sandy Polly, the president and founder of Bandits Buddies Rescue. She is here to talk about her organization, a 501c3, the stray animals, the stray dogs. Hey, what about spay and neuter? Does that help? Does that work? Well, something is amiss because there are strays, as I said, all over the streets of Fresno and Fresno County. 436-MeTV option 11. If you want to call in, if you want to adopt a dog, this might be your day here on Connect with Me. We're back with our program in just a moment.
Now, why don't you tell us the whole story right from the beginning? All right, from the beginning. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. My name's Friday. I carry a badge. Police officers.
You any idea who the other man was?
My partner's Bill Gannon.
Program?
We got just one big question.
Yeah.
When?
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Back here on the show talking about stray dogs, even stray cats. I mean, there are plenty of those as well. Stray animals all over our city and trying to rescue some of them. And we've got a couple of shelters in town that are kill shelters. We have many that are, they're rescue organizations. They're a no-kill zone in those areas. Sandy Polly is here now, the president and founder of the Bandits Buddies Rescue. Hi, Sandy. How are you?
Hi, how are you this morning?
Hey, good. Speak up so everybody can hear you. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, good. You got to speak up. Get that loud voice going. So
I don't know that I have
you
that.
are doing a very interesting and very well thought out deed for Fresno County. So how did all of this start?
Well, I don't actually have a time frame when it started, but I was helping another rescue, and I figured I could do better helping more animals doing my own thing. So I started my own 501. It was 2009.
Yeah.
Got that, and then
Why? The question is, why do you do it?
You know what? There's just a lot of needy dogs in Fresno, and I can't turn my head all the time. You know, there's just a lot, and they need homes, and I'm willing to help them find them.
I mentioned you had about 80 or so dogs at your own residence that you keep. How did you acquire so many?
Well, we have foster homes as well. I do have a lot of dogs. I don't count them. There are probably close to 80.
How do you acquire them? What goes on?
They come out of the outlying shelters. Majority of them are normally strays that go to the outlying shelters like Orange Cove, Reedley,
so they bring them to you?
Yeah, or we go and get them. When their time is up and they're going to feed into the kill shelters or whatever, we'll take them and give them another chance.
Do people bring dogs to you? Hey, I found this stray animal walking the streets. I found. Can you take care of it and rehabilitate it? That kind of thing.
I don't typically like to take a stray because that's somebody's pet, you know, and that's what the shelters are for. We'll do it on occasion, but it takes a little bit more effort because we have to look for the owner. We have to give the owner a chance to step forward and claim the dog. So it takes a little bit longer if you're taking a stray off the street. We don't typically do that. They come out of the shelters.
Yeah, it's really hard though to create a no-kill zone because there's so many of them. As you know, a no-kill zone means you add 1, then 2. First thing you know, you got 100, then 200. So what do you do with them all?
Well, you have to limit what you can take in, you know.
Right.
So.
And then every weekend you pack them up. Well, not all of them, but some in the car.
Well, we rotate a few, but we always try to get the puppies before they turn into dogs, and we rotate a little bit. We're at PetSmart every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4 in the Shaw and Feline store, doing our adoptions.
That's West Shaw.
West Shaw.
In Fresno. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you don't have any employees. How come?
It's volunteer based. Well, we don't have a budget for paid employees anyway. Majority of the dogs are eating out of my wallet. So.
You're supporting them basically.
Yeah. So we're all full time employed. So.
Yeah. You have other jobs.
We all have other jobs.
How many volunteers do you have, Sandy?
Probably have 6 adult volunteers, and then we have some high school kids, awesome high school kids that come out faithfully every weekend and help us out.
What's the agreement with PetSmart? How did that get started?
All the PetSmarts across the nation have adoption agencies in them. And you know, you get approved, you have to apply and get approved and inspected, and then they allow you to use their facility because they don't have puppies for sale, so they allow us to be there.
Yeah, and so you have this agreement with PetSmart that you've had since 2009?
Yes.
Okay, and every weekend they're there?
We're there every weekend, faithfully.
And so what's the deal? Do you go in and you say, hey, I like that dog right there. How does one acquire that dog at PetSmart, the one that is in your custody?
We want it to be a good fit, so we have you fill out an application. We ask some questions, make sure that's, you know, what's going to be a right fit, and then you can take the dog home that day.
Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. What's your question, please?
My question is, if I want a specific type of dog and then I want a rescue dog, can I put in an order or a request for a specific kind of dog? And if you should happen to, I don't know, if one should come your way, could you call me, that type of thing? Do you do anything like that? That's the question I had. And then another question, you're probably always looking for volunteers. I hope you put your phone number out there so that I could, donate some of my time because, gosh, I feel like this is everybody's problem and it seems to get brushed under the rug. But stray dogs and cats in the county, it's like, oh man, it's there's huge numbers, and I bet you could use some assistance with it. So put your number out there. And then my first question was about a specific breed of dog.
Yeah, if you're looking for a specific breed, can they contact you or can you contact them?
I don't have a list of names that I keep. I do work full time. I'm pretty tired. I have awesome volunteers that can maybe do that. But as far as specific breeds, we always tell people to go to Pet Finder or Adopt a Pet online and check for that specific breed. Honestly, I take a lot of the dogs that the other rescues will not take because I can't help it. I look in those eyes and they might be a little plain brown dog or a Chihuahua and nobody wants them. I'll usually take them. So I have a lot of plain dogs, but you know what? They're just in a plain package. They're great little animals. Just give them a chance.
What about volunteers? Are you always looking for volunteers?
For different arenas, there's not.
How would they get in touch with you?
I can give them my phone number.
Okay, if you want.
It's 559-349-8168, and be patient. I do work full time, so I can't always answer my phone. Just call and leave a message or text me at that number.
Okay, do you have a Facebook page?
We do, and we do want to promote that. So if you want to go
What's
to
it called?
Bandits Buddies Rescue, and
Okay.
it's got a little mascot on the to find it.
What about a web page aside from the Facebook
We do have
page?
a web page. It's just kind of new. I don't really know how to find it, honestly. I don't manage that.
All right,
Ashley
but
does
just go to
that.
the Facebook page. It's
Yeah.
called, Bandits Buddies Rescue?
It is, yes.
Okay, that's how you find it on Facebook.
Correct.
All right, and do you have an email address?
It's banditsbuddiesrescue@gmail.com.
Oh, okay, that's real simple. So if you go to PetSmart on Saturday or Sunday, then if you find the dog, you fill out the application like you said, and then take the dog home
Absolutely.
that same day?
That same day. They're ready. They're all...
How do you know if these dogs have had their shot?
They're all... Because we do that. They come out of the shelters. They're all altered, vaccinated, dewormed, microchipped, and ready to go.
Microchip chipped for what?
And the microchip is just like an extra... Like if you have a license, or not a license, but a name tag, and that gets lost, if someone is
So
kind
if the
enough...
dog gets lost, it's microchipped, and you can find it.
If someone's kind enough to take it and have it scanned at a vet or someplace, then it will tell you how to get it back home.
Okay, talking to Sandy Polly, the president and founder of Bandits Buddies Rescue here in the city of Fresno. You can find her and her dogs each and every weekend, Saturday and Sunday at PetSmart over on West Shaw. 436-MeTV option 11 is our number here if you want to call in and ask a question, maybe adopt a dog. Who knows? Back with our program in a moment.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Back here talking about stray animals, stray dogs in particular. The numbers are staggering here in Fresno County. And today, this organization is a 501c3. The focus is on business. Let's put that disclaimer up. We've been in business here at Ventura TV since 1951, and we try to help businesses around the Central Valley be as successful as we have been here for so many years, 6 decades. And so today's business, of course, is Bandits Buddies Rescue, a nonprofit 501c3 that tries to save some of these animals and tries to adopt them out. All right, I want to get to a video now. I want to talk about this dog that was found. They found it last year. 6 to 8 weeks old. The name of the dog is Hope. This dog was near death, came within an eyelash of dying. But along came Sandy Polly and her crew and her Bandits Buddies Rescue organization, saved the life of Hope, and now Hope is in a home forever, a loving home. Let's take a look and listen to Hope's story. And of course, that was the video of Hope. Tell us a little bit about that dog.
A couple of young girls brought her in the store, handed her over to us because they didn't know what to do for her. They had washed her and stuff. She had ticks and fleas. Obviously
Undernourished.
Obviously malnourished, and we fed her a little bit in the store, but you don't want to give her too much. They brought her to us at the store. Immediately went to a vet and was at the vet for a while, and slow recovery, but she's got an awesome home now.
Yeah, she's not in a foster home, but a forever home. Right?
She actually is living with one of my friends who was following her story, fell in love with her, and adopted her.
Yeah, and what kind of dog is Hope?
She's a pit bull.
How old now?
She's probably about a year now.
About a year?
Probably about a year.
Okay. What happened to her? Was she an abused dog?
She was found in a field. What we were told, she was found in a field, just emaciated and full of ticks and fleas, and people didn't know what to do with her. They fed her a little bit, and they brought her to us, not knowing what to do with her. And how do you turn your back on that?
Yeah. Well, you can't. I know.
No, I can't.
Hey, another piece of video, black puppies. Let's take a look at that, and Sandy can talk about this and what we're looking at here on the screen, here on Connect With Me, talking about stray animals and adoptions. All right, these are some of the black puppies that you had at PetSmart last Sunday, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and talk in that microphone and tell us what we're looking at there.
Those kids right there are Pickles and Peeps. They're little Schnauzer mixes. They're 7 months old, and they're looking for their forever home.
What kind of dogs are they again?
They're Schnauzer mixes, and they're awesome little personalities. I don't know why we still have them. They're just one of them.
About how old?
They're about 7 months right now.
Okay.
They're fixed. They're both female. They're both spayed and ready to go.
So do they come together as a team or what?
No, actually, one of them is at my house and one is in a foster home. So it'd be nice to place them together, but it doesn't always work that way.
So, but they're about the same age, and if you place them together, they seem very playful. And,
they do like each other.
So what kind of personalities do these two dogs have?
You know what? They're just very sweet little dogs. They're very sweet, loving little dogs. They're the perfect pet. They are the perfect pet.
When you say sweet, loving dogs, does that mean they're playful?
They are playful. They're not too crazy, but they like toys and they like interaction with people, and they're very friendly.
Yeah, and they're not even a year old yet.
No, they're perfect.
So they're in that playful mode, that playful stage.
They're a very cute age.
Yeah, and they'd be great for dogs. Now, how big will they get?
I don't think they're going to get much bigger, honestly.
Than that?
Yeah, they might fill out some. I don't think they're going to get a lot bigger, maybe a little bit.
All right. Another piece of videotape before we go to break. Let's roll it, and we'll talk about this one, too. This was at PetSmart last Sunday. We've got the video here, and we're going to take a look at it, and Sandy's going to comment as to what we are looking at right here, Sandy.
That's just our donation box. Someone made that. We need a new box. It's kind of... But anyway, we look for anything. I mean, we're living out of my pocket right now. We take cash cards from PetSmart or wherever. We need puppy pads, newspapers. That doesn't cost anybody anything.
What else do you need?
Anything. Bowls, leashes, collars, food. Food's a good thing. We go through that. A lot of canned and dry food, not picky. We'll take anything. So.
Yeah, there's a dog right there. What kind of dog is that?
That's a Pomeranian mix. That's Trixie. She's 3 years old, and she's a great little dog too.
Okay. And what kind of personality on this one here?
She can be shy, but she's very sweet, not aggressive, happy dog.
Lots of hair.
Lots of hair.
You better be prepared to clean up a lot of hair in your house.
You got to be prepared to brush her. She does need grooming.
You may have to have 2 or 3 vacuums on hand, right?
Yeah, she's a good girl. She doesn't shed a lot. She just needs to be brushed.
Oh, she doesn't shed a lot, really?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Does she run around quite a bit, or
she's
likes
active.
to run around?
She's active. She was a stray in Reedley.
And how did you acquire this dog?
Well, the people that had her were letting her run on the Reedley streets, and one of our volunteers asked about her, and they said, "We don't want her. You can have her." So we took her. We didn't want her smashed, so here she is with us.
Yeah. All right. Talking to Sandy Polly, the president and founder of Bandits Buddies Rescue, here on Connect With Me, 436-MeTV option 11. Hey, if you want to adopt one of these dogs, call in 436-MeTV. You know what to do after that. Back with our program in just a moment.
1 Adam 12.
This is Adam 12. It stars Martin Milner as Officer Pete Malloy, Kent McCord as Officer Jim Reed.
1 Adam 12, roger.
This black and white patrol car has an overhead valve V8 engine. It develops 325 horsepower at 4,800 RPMs. It accelerates from 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. It has a top speed of 120 miles an hour. The automobile has 2 shotgun racks, one attached to the bottom portion of the front seat, one in the vehicle trunk.
You want me to drive?
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
We are talking here on Connect with Me about stray dogs, stray animals, and adoptions. And Sandy, is there an adoption fee if you come in and adopt one of these dogs? And usually, if there is, what is it?
The adoption fees are between $175 and $225, depending on the dog and what's invested in it and where we had it spayed or vetted. So it just depends, but they start at $175.
All right, another videotape here of a dog that you might be interested in here. On Connect with Me. Hey, call in 436 MeTV option 11. Sandy, we'll take a look at this dog here, and you can tell us
that's
what
my dog.
Kind of a dog that is. What kind of a dog is that?
That is Bandit. That is the mascot. He's not going anywhere.
Okay, well, this dog is not up for adoption then.
No, that's my kid.
Okay.
That's our mascot. That's what the rescue is named for, Bandit.
Oh, Bandit. Okay, yes. Was Bandit a rescue dog?
I got him when he was 2 weeks old.
Okay. And how old is he now?
He's 12.
He's 12, so this is quite a few years ago.
Yes.
And he looks like a very playful dog. He's very quiet, sitting by your feet right now here on the set as I speak. And, yeah, that's nice. All right. Okay, so, and there's another dog right there.
That's Bandit.
Yeah. All right. Now that's live on the set right here. That's Bandit, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, I couldn't tell with that logo over his face. Hello. Thank you. Thank you very much. So tell us a little bit more about Bandit.
Oh, he came to me when he was about between 2 and 3 weeks old, about the size of a hamster. Didn't think I was going to keep him, but he just ended up becoming ours.
How come he's so quiet during all the noise?
You know what?
And he's sleeping, it looks like.
He's the best kid. I don't know why I got so lucky, but he's a pretty cool little dog. So
your organization is named after Bandit, right?
It is. These are all Bandit's buddies that are needing homes.
Yeah, great. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know you're going to do that. That was a little out of the ordinary. Anyhow, let's roll another piece of it. Let's see, what's coming next, guys? Can you tell me? Good planning here on the show. Let's roll the next piece of videotape, guys and girls, and we'll talk about that. Okay, what are we looking at here, Sandy?
That is Sunday afternoon. That is our volunteers cleaning up after the dogs and just our venue there. Those are the available kids.
Okay. All right. And so how many dogs were on hand last Sunday?
I'm going to guess around
You want talking to the mic here.
I'm going to guess around about a dozen.
About a dozen?
Yeah, I don't count them. I just take them in the van and take them over there.
Okay. And so what other kind of supplies might people want to donate?
You know, whatever's in their budget. I mean, if anybody wants to help us out, like I said, dog food is a big issue. That's a big expense. A lot of dogs that eat a lot. Puppy pads, leashes, bowls, collars, newspapers, which we use there at the store, as you see.
Yeah.
And at the house. Garbage bags, bleach, cleaners, disinfectants.
Right. Now you bring these cages in, and you bring in all the supplies. I mean, like right here. Explain how the cages are set up. Are those your cages?
They are. They are ours, and we do have to replace them on occasion. They do get worn out from transporting back and forth to the store. They either go home with myself.
And what about the bedding?
The bedding, we actually have a volunteer that washes our blankets and brings them in.
Is that your bedding in that you bring in?
It is.
Okay.
Those are another thing. If you want to bring blankets and
okay.
If you want to donate blankets or towels or whatever, they're appreciated.
All right, another call here. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me.
Oh, thank you. Hi, John. Great show. I just wanted to say that we have dog training backwards. We should train humans to live up to what their dogs think of them.
Yeah.
And the lady that you have with you could do that.
Yeah, that's right. I kind of agree with that. We do have it backwards. People need to be trained.
That's true.
More so than dogs a lot of times,
right? That's true. People need to be programmed to be in tune to their animals and take care of them.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for the call. I want to roll another piece of videotape. Children with their dogs. That's the tape I want to roll. Children with their dogs. I want to see kids and dogs because that is most people that get dogs, they do have kids, and they want to get a dog for their children. Is that right?
That's true, and we can also help them, personality-wise. We know our animals. We can help If someone's looking for a family pet, we can
How many families actually come in and they say, look, I've got a couple of kids here and they want to pick out a dog?
Well,
is it the majority, would you say?
No, it's probably half and half. Sometimes you just have couples, but you take everything into consideration. It's got to be a good fit, so it's a lifelong home.
Okay.
And we know our dogs' personalities, which ones are kid-friendly, which ones not so much. So
let's talk about the SPCA a little bit. That's a kill shelter, right? Been around for better than 50 years?
Yes, it is. Okay,
what did you think about the controversy a couple of years ago that came up when Council Member Clint Olivier brought up the fact that we should have no kill shelters? Well, isn't having a no kill shelter all over the state, isn't that impossible?
It's probably doable, but not anytime soon. Anything is fixable, but not overnight. I mean,
did he open up a can of worms?
I wouldn't blame it on anybody. I mean,
but he created chaos within the city because the SPCA said, okay.
Honestly, it probably started with the rescues complaining about the condition of the shelter, or how they felt it was. Honestly, some of the rescues, so? I do. I don't, and they go to the council and they have to try to fix it if they have a lot of controversy. So I'm not taking sides on either issue with that. I do believe that a no-kill is possible, but it's not going to happen overnight. San Francisco does it. Why can't Fresno do it?
Yeah. Good point. You have the SPCA now continuing to do it. What kind of a job are they doing now, in your opinion?
I think they've improved. I'm not really in tune to that because I have a full-time job and I'm doing rescue on the side, so I'm not all focused on what's going on at the shelter.
The other one is Liberty. How are they doing?
I wish you would ask me that, but the rescues are afraid of Liberty because of outbreak of distemper. Honestly,
the outbreak of...
They had distemper there. The rescues took dogs from there. I did not, but others did, and their dogs got contaminated, and that's a really nasty disease. So
yeah, what kind of a disease is that, and how does it affect the dogs?
It's an airborne disease. It starts out like a cold, but it hits them neurologically, and like I said, it's airborne, so if you have one of those dogs in your facility, you take a risk of infecting the rest of them.
Right.
And it's deadly.
Why did it happen at Valley then? At Liberty, the Liberty shelter.
They're taking in strays. They have no control over what they're getting health-wise from the dogs. So if it came
they have it at the old coroner's office.
I've never been out there. So.
Okay, but it's close quarters. Is that one reason for contamination, or?
Most likely, because it's airborne. If a dog sneezes, that sneeze is in the air, and it can get the other animals, and it's unfortunate. I don't blame them either, but I would like to see them, clean up, and I think they're working on it. I do believe they're working on it. But
is it improved or no?
I'm not sure.
But they're working on it.
I know the rescues are still leery of taking animals from Liberty, which is very sad. Which is very sad because that's what we do. We rescue from the kill shelters.
Yeah. One of the non-kill shelters is the Valley Animal Center. One of many around here in the Central Valley. How are they doing?
They're great. They started out as a little place on Van Ness, just doing cats, and they expanded. Look how big they've grown. So, and that's where a lot of our dogs get spayed, neutered, and vaccinated. We use Valley, for their clinic.
Yeah. So, what do you hope will happen to all of these dogs? I mean, if the ones that you have, if they're not adopted, then it's out of your... How much does it cost you a month to feed these dogs?
It varies depending on how many adoptions we do.
$500 a month?
You know what? It's $700 or more a week.
$700 a week or more.
And I don't really look at that because it depends on how much we can turn around, how much we turn around the... like if you get a spay or neutered, that's expensive. We have vet bills like Hope, or we did a three-legged dog out of Orange Cove that had trike, which was a pit bull that had a messed up leg and he had his leg amputated. Those are vet bills that are normally out of our pocket because that's above and beyond our rescue realm. We have you have food, veterinary expenses, spays, neuters, vaccines.
Okay. Sandy, sadly we're out of time. I appreciate you coming by. It's very nice of you. You're a very sweet lady, very kind, and Bandit too.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Sandy Pauley, the president and founder of Bandit's Buddies Rescue, here on Connect with Me on MeTV Fresno. See you back here again tomorrow for another edition of our program.
you like me?
Just like me.
Like MeTV Fresno on Facebook. Get the latest news, interact with others, watch videos, become a fan of me.
From the pages of history and the untamed prairies of a young nation comes one of television's and America's most memorable folk heroes.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man.
Well, you're Daniel Boone.
Yep. Fess Parker stars as the legendary Daniel Boone, with Ed Ames as his trusty sidekick, Mingo.
Pleasure indeed.
A Kentuckian named Daniel Boone.
That's me.
Watch Daniel Boone, weekday mornings at 9, 8 Central on MeTV.